Was that a pigeon, Piggot? Have a look, would you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. My name is Christopher Wren, and I have an appointment.
Yes, sir, you are expected. If you'd like to come inside, I'll notify the chairman of your arrival.
Thank you. Thank you.
The point is, the poor make a mess.
Don't that much better. You surely can't do too
They
bad.
defecate in the
Well,
street.
do you know, there's
We
no
have
smell
night
of it.
soil men for that purpose. Enter.
Sir, Mr. Wren is here to see you.
Ah, good, Piggot. Show him up.
Yes, sir, right away.
May I take your coat, sir?
Oh, thank you.
Enter. Come in, Mr. Wren.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Please do sit
Thank
down.
Shall I fetch some refreshments, sir?
Yes, of course. You must be parched after your journey, Miss.
No, some tea would be appreciated. Thank you.
Now, as you know, this committee has been assigned the task of rebuilding the spire of the Cathedral at Ludgate St. Paul's. And in that capacity, naturally, our first task is to solicit one or two designs for it.
I understand.
I can't say I'm familiar with your work, but you do come highly recommended by Robert Hooke of the Royal Society. Good old Bob, eh?
Yes. Bob, he is most kind.
Forgive me for asking, but what does a rector know about building a cathedral? Granted, I dare say you are familiar with them inside and out, given your profession, but it's not the same as building one. Now, is it?
Well, I did design the Sheldonian Theatre, Oxford.
But that's not quite the same. Is it? Different purpose and, if I may say, different audience.
Ah, but for an audience nonetheless. And I did design a new chapel for Pembroke College, Cambridge.
And Oxford is not London by any stretch of the imagination. Now, is it?
No.
And neither is Cambridge.
As you say, Cambridge and London are two different cities.
Perhaps I digress. But we are talking London after all.
We are, yes.
And cathedrals.
I understand.
As long as we understand each other. And then, of course, there's the politics. There's the Crown, Parliament. And are you familiar with the stonemasons guild? Enter! It's bad enough that we are forced to employ them, Chris, to say the least. May I call you, Chris? If you'd let them, they'd walk all over you.
That job that they did over at Newgate Prison. Oh, talk about lazy. 5 years past the due date that was. And the work was so shoddy. The inmates were scraping holes in the walls with their fingers.
Now, Harry, don't get me started. Anyway, Chris, go away and have a bit of a think about it and see what you can come up with. As I say, early days yet, but if you could get some ideas to us before the old steeple actually topples over, that would be a great help.
Goodbye. 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 Morning.
As you know, Chris, there's been a change of plan.
Caused by the plague or the fire?
Well, both really. The fire destroyed old St. Paul's, and our commission now is to rebuild it rather than just replace the old worn-out bits, as we originally intended. Everything has changed.
And we're not just talking spires anymore.
Well, I anticipated your need for a complete new build, and here are some plans for St. Paul's Cathedral.
The congregation has been decimated by the plague, as well as our benefactors. In this difficult economic times, Chris, Oh, no, Chris. This won't do. Won't do at all.
Pardon?
It's too,
French?
too French.
Italian, actually. I think Pantheon.
French, Italian, same difference. The thing is, it's not English. Domes are not English.
Pollocks!
Pardon?
Pollocks! How many times do I have to tell you, boy? Let it steep before serving.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Now, where were we, Chris?
Domes.
Ah, yes. Domes. Chris, the thing is, in these troubling times, the people want something familiar to comfort them. Bums on seats, Chris. That's what it's all about. Bums on seats. People want good old-fashioned English Gothic. Fluffy bits, fiddly bits. None of this Renaissance. That's all very well for the Renaissance. But, Chris, we have got to think of the end user.
And gargoyles.
What?
Gargoyles? People like gargoyles.
Well, of course, goes without saying people like gargoyles.
Oh, I was just saying.
And I was just saying that gargoyles goes without saying.
Well, as you say, it is for the committee to decide.
Well, glad you agree, Chris, but don't take it personally. But we are the experts, Chris. Still, I like your enthusiasm. Go away and try again, there's a good lad.
And don't forget the gargoyles.
Gargoyles? Oh, gargoyles, most important.
Well, goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
The king has appointed Wren Surveyor General? Why didn't you tell me this before? Why am I always the last to know?
And that Wren is a bumbling fool, you know. Dribbling on about domes and whatnot. I mean, it's gargoyles. Good old-fashioned English Gothic. Ornate little fiddly bits. You can see that. Oh, and I can see the way that you look at him. Although, that could work to our advantage.
Apologies, sirs, but Mr. Wren has arrived, and the chairman has asked for your orders.
Yes, good.
Apologies.
That's very good, because I think we have a winner.
Good. The gargoyles, not too French, you don't think?
Oh, no. I think they'll be okay. We can get away with a bit of
Marvellous, yes.
fluff up on high.
Yeah.
I do like the spire.
Glad you approve. Lovely.
Yes, good old English Gothic. We've got away with it for 500 years, and I'm sure it'll do another 500.
And I'm happy you dropped the dome idea. Not that I didn't like it, of course. But the stonemasons would have had a field day with that.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about crossed overruns.
Oh. Yes, Chris, I think we can proceed with this design. Well done.
Well,
Thank you.
pleasure. Pleasure. Thank you. Good day.
Good day. I told you we'd fall into line.
Well played, Chairman. Well played indeed. Yes. Had him eating up the palm of our hands.
Oh, and by the way, sir, well played.
Thank you, Piggot.
Well, what do you think?
I stink. What? What did you say? Hang on.
I said, what do you think?
Well,
All these years of effort, it's not what we approved. He completely ignored us and built his original design.
what can we do? The king gave Wren authority to make ornamental changes.
Somewhat more than ornamental, wouldn't you say? He didn't even keep the gargoyles. He promised us gargoyles.
Well, I did try and tell you, but you wouldn't listen.